Hello, Beamer ball rolling its way into its 21st consecutive bowl game here. Virginia Tech's taking on 17th ranked UCLA in the Hyundai Sun Bowl in El Paso, Texas, and this is my prediction for it. I'm going to start by talking about Virginia Tech. Frank Beamer, one of the best coaches in college football, he has this team in a bowl game year after year after year. The longest consecutive streak in overall coaches right now, 21 straight bowl games in his tenure. That's amazing, impressive. Shout out to Beamer. I can't believe it. I don't know how he does it. Especially this year because, as I'm going to tell you guys, their offense is a struggle. They started off the year against Alabama in Dallas Stadium, and their defense actually played really good. The final score was 35-10. Their offense just couldn't show up, and that would be a trend for the entire year for this team. They just can't put up points. They struggle. Against Western Carolina the next week, they put up 45 and won 45-3. But after that, every game was a grind. They beat Eastern Carolina 15-10. Beat Marshall by a score of 29-21, but that took 3 overtimes. They won at Georgia Tech 17-10, against North Carolina 27-17, and against Pitt 19-9. Then they lost 3 of their last 5 to end the year, getting beat 13-10 by Duke, 34-27 by Boston College, beating Miami 42-24, and kind of a surprise for them, 42 points, but then losing 27-24 in overtime against Maryland before finishing the year off in their rivalry game against Virginia with a 16-6 win. This is a team in typical Beamer ball fashion. They don't score a lot of points. Their offense is horrendous. 241 passing yards a game was 53rd in the nation, not too bad, but 117 rushing yards was 111th. They're not good on offense. They only score 23 points a game, 97th in the nation, but their defense is what bails them out. Their defense only gave up 17 points a game against a tough ACC and kind of tough non-conference slate. 17.4 points a game is not bad. 35 to Bama, considering Bama was so strong, and 2 of the touchdowns were not on offense, was pretty impressive. I mean, Virginia Tech's defense is amazing. That's what's going to keep them in any game they play. No team's going to really run away from them, including, I think, UCLA, so this might be interesting. Logan Thomas, though, is going to have to step it up. He threw for 2,861 yards, which isn't bad, and 16 touchdowns, but he threw a lot of picks. And he's lost 2 straight bowl games coming into this year, and he's struggled in all of them. Running the ball, Edmonds is their guy, 675 yards, 10 touchdowns on the year. Not a lot, but it's whatever. And Logan Thomas can run when he has to. 295 yards and 4 touchdowns running for him. They're not bad. That offense is going to have to put up some serious numbers if they really want to compete in this one. I don't think they're going to be able to compete too much unless they can really, really step it up. That defense is going to have to carry this team because they're going up against UCLA. Not the highest scoring team around, but a good one. They had a pretty successful year. They've got Mora coming back, which is good for them. That gives them some momentum going into this. They started off their year with 5 straight wins over Nevada, Nebraska, New Mexico State, Utah, and California, including that win over Nebraska when they were ranked 23rd in the nation at Nebraska, 41-21. After that, their 2 hardest matches on the year were both losses for them. They lost 24-10 at Stanford, and they lost 42-14 at Oregon. It was a rough 2-game stretch. They couldn't quite pull them off, but they were able to kind of fight back from it, and they won 4 of their last 5 with wins over Colorado, 31-26 survival at Arizona. They beat Washington 41-31. Arizona State actually got the better of them at home even, 38-33, but they finished off the year with a huge win over rival USC 35-14 when USC was looking to be surging. Brett Hundley was the man for these guys. 2,845 yards passing, 22 touchdowns, but also 587 yards rushing and 9 more touchdowns on the ground. Perkins is their back, 570 yards rushing, 5 touchdowns, not bad. They're going to be thrown to Evans a lot, 14.3 yards per catch average, 8 touchdown catches on the year with 617 yards. I mean, they went 9-3 this year, 6-3 in the Pac-12. Virginia Tech went 8-4 and 5-3 in the ACC. This one, it's really hard to compare these teams because UCLA is a little better. They're 17th in the nation on paper, but their schedules are so different, being in the Pac-12 and the ACC. I personally think that the Pac-12 is a little stronger conference this year. I think Virginia Tech struggled a lot at times this year, and I think they're going to struggle a little bit in this bowl game. I know Virginia Tech's great on defense. They're really good at stopping the run and the pass. I think that's going to come in handy here. They get a lot of sacks, and Brett Hundley's been sacked a lot this year. UCLA's O-line's kind of their weakness, so I think they're going to get a lot of sacks. I think Virginia Tech's going to have a little too much issues with moving the ball. I think UCLA is going to move the ball a little better. 448 yards a game compared to 359 for Tech. 50% third down percentage. That's really good for UCLA. They're going to need that kind of stuff to keep this game going for them. I think they're going to get it. I think it's going to be a really low-scoring game. Virginia Tech's offense will struggle, but their defense will grind it out like always. But I think that UCLA is going to cover their 7-point spread, and I think the final score is going to be 24-13 UCLA, with probably a fourth quarter touchdown about midway through the quarter being the clincher for them. And Virginia Tech struggling from start to finish. Logan Thomas hasn't done good in the bowl game till now, and I can't see him doing it this time either. Congrats to Frank Beamer on getting his team to another bowl game, but I think UCLA's got this one. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. If you guys think I'm wrong, call me out on it. I don't mind. We'll see tomorrow. My bowl picks are doing really good so far. Only got, I think, 3 wrong out of the 15 or so I predicted so far, so I'm hoping to keep it that way. And good luck to both teams tomorrow. Bye.